Well, it's good to finally be back. As you probably noticed, I was gone for 5 days. Actually, I was gone for 7, but I had 2 videos uploaded ahead of time when I received a community guidelines strike on my channel. Now, what I had done was upload a video from mainstream news. I believe it was an NBC affiliate, talking about the pizza store where all that stuff happened that turned out to be a conspiracy theory. And the video talked about how the whole thing was nonsense. Now, of course, the pizza store where all that stuff happened as a conspiracy theory was nonsense and didn't happen. YouTube, however, decided that was cyberbullying and harassment. Not believing in a conspiracy theory that was used to harass people is harassment. Apparently, that's how this works. And upon manual review, the utter geniuses at YouTube's review board decided that it indeed still was. So even if it was, and probably was, an algorithm or an AI that flagged the video, the manual human review proved to be just as incompetent as the AI. Because I don't see how saying that the reasons for harassing people are wrong is harassment in itself. But I assume that this is really just because the subject of the pizza place where all this happened, in regards to a conspiracy theory, is a verboten subject now. Okay, fine. Your platform, you can do whatever you want and decide to take that completely off. But how about some heads up so I don't get some strikes on my channel? No, well, asking YouTube to act fairly and with dignity is asking too much. So, here's a question I want to know. How does that constitute cyberbullying and harassment, but Bosch going out there using the N-word doesn't count? If not believing in a conspiracy theory is cyberbullying and harassment, explain why Keemstar still has a channel despite everything that he has done to countless amounts of people. If drama alert, when you're supposed to be the news but you actually are the drama itself, are the epitome of cyberbullying and harassment, that doesn't get taken down. Gee, YouTube, I wonder maybe if that has something to do with the revenue. Or many of the other larger channels, like, say, Leafy or other people, that counts as bullying, cyberbullying and harassment. That none of that counts. But if I talk about the pizza store where the conspiracy theory didn't happen, and saying that it didn't happen, and agreeing that the whole thing was nonsense, and a BS reason for harassing people didn't happen, that's bullying and harassment. Oh, I would really love an explanation for that. After everything people like Destiny, Bosch have done to other people, and not even myself, other people, none of that counts as cyberbullying and harassment, but this does. Like, this has to be a monumental joke. If this doesn't show a very clear bias against people who are radical from people who are pretending to be radical, this should literally be it. I mean, I'm kind of at a loss for words at the stupidity of what YouTube has actually done. And I don't expect this video to be monetized. I'm expecting it to stay up, but not be monetized. But let's get something straight here. You mad, bro? Yeah, actually, I kind of really am. That's kind of the purpose of this video. Because I got screwed for being on the right side. For being on the side of people who are against conspiracy theories. For being on the side of defending innocent people whose only crime is losing their children. That's what I got punished for. And someone at YouTube felt that that was necessary. Now here's something that I hesitate to bring up. But isn't it interesting how the accusation that Russia and Iran are using social media accounts as disinformation to interfere with the election, the U.S. government came out with this, again, baseless claim the day before this happened to me. Maybe not. But it is kind of suspicious, even a suspicious coincidence. Although I still feel that it was a coincidence. But, you know, the idea of Russia and Press TV having their own opinions, having their own interests, and broadcasting those interests as election interference is another video altogether that would need to be done. So, suffice to say, I'm now back. I can now start doing news videos again after a completely ridiculous nonsense strike by YouTube. And hopefully, YouTube, you learn to conduct yourself better in the future. Hopefully with a little bit more, how do they say, honorably, and living up to your own end of the agreement that everybody signs when they open themselves a YouTube channel. But I am asking YouTube to do the job that they already say they're going to do. But it seems that might be just a little too much.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.